this house is getting canceled. And as you can see, it's pretty freaking nice, okay? 42-inch cabinets, huge island with quartz, backsplash. I mean, it's a nice house, okay? No doubt about it. But unfortunately, this home came $17,000 under the selling price that we are contracted on. So, when you find yourself in this position, you have a couple of options, okay? Option number one is you can run like hell. You can say, I'm good, I'm done, I'm out of here, I don't want this deal. Option two, you can ask the seller to pay the difference, meaning, hey, bring that price down to the appraised value. And option three is you can pay the difference if you feel like the value is there and maybe we just got a messed up appraisal. And honestly, in this situation, I think we got a little bit of messed up appraisal and a little bit of it's not worth it at the same time, okay? And I know that sounds odd, but when I look at the comps on this house, I'm wondering, why did you use those homes? Why did you pick those homes, okay? But when the builder says, I'm not going to bring the price down, well, that changed some things for the client, okay? So you may find yourself in this situation. This is a real situation you can find yourself in, and you have to make a decision. And in this scenario, the client decided to walk away from it all. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for walking away from it all. Now, when I look at the comps, I feel like the value is there, but when I think about the commute that the client would have, I go, just spend a little bit more money, get closer in, okay, and be okay with that. And in this scenario, that's what the client did. So sometimes we'll go a little bit further than we want to save $1, but sometimes it's worth spending the extra money to be in a location that makes more sense for you, okay, that saves you time. One of the issues in this particular location is that we are in the suburbs. We're in Santan Valley, and this particular person works downtown Phoenix, and that's a 45 to 50 minute commute. And that's about normal for most people when they buy their first home or a home in general. They're about 45 minutes away because they don't want to live downtown. They want to live closer to the outskirts. Well, good news is we found this person a home that's closer in, and it's only 20 minutes away from work. Now, we could have found that home the very first time. Yeah, I mean, seriously, the very first time we could have found that exact home, but the buyer was not ready to pay that dollar amount. So you will have an increase. So just know that the closer in you are, the more you're going to pay. The further out you are, the more savings you have. And you have to say to yourself, and be honest with yourself, what are your true goals with the property? Are you looking to get the best bang for your buck? So for some people, they don't mind going far out because they want the largest house with the biggest yard and the lowest price. That's what going a little bit further out gets you. For other people, they don't care about none of that. They want convenience, convenience, convenience. So they'll take a smaller home that's close to everything to where they might not even need to drive, okay? But there is some balance in the middle, but just know that in that middle, that's still gonna be more than the further part, like the farthest that you can go out. So let's talk about what happens when you change your mind. On the contract, for some of these builders, your earnest money is gone. If you change your mind, your contract may say that even if we don't get the appraised value for the home, you're still buying it, and if you choose to back out, we keep the earnest deposit. In this case, the earnest deposit was $5,000, okay? So that's $5,000, What would you guys do with an extra 5 grand? Just think about that. You're making a move. What could you do with an extra $5,000? Okay. So in this scenario, we're going to lose the 5,000. We're going to ask for it again, but we kind of know we're going to lose it based on the contract that we signed. It's completely up to the manager in charge to say, sure, give it to them. It wasn't their fault, right? But let's not have our hopes up for that, okay? Because it may not happen. But if you find yourself in that position, know that you can lose that money. You have to be willing to lose that money to find the right home at the right price, okay? Now, this particular client decided to walk away from the $5,000 because they found a home that's 20 minutes or less to work with a huge mountain view in the back, almost identical home, and payment is going up maybe $400, which is a chunk. But he's saving time, he's saving location, he's in a community that's growing. Pretty much everything on this person's list is being accomplished, okay? And since that list is being accomplished, in his opinion, it's a better value to walk away from the $5,000 than to take a $500,000 butt kicking. And I'll tell you, that's the best lesson you ever gonna learn. Don't just take a $500,000 butt kicking. Walk away, and it's okay to walk away. Your agent will support you in that, okay? Now, I want to give you some tips that I was thinking about on this. Sometimes when you're buying a house, the emotions are all over the place and you cannot think straight. So you may understand that you're going to lose your earnings money, but it doesn't click until that moment you sit down, you've picked the house, and you're like, all right, I'm ready to move on from option A to option B, okay? So I want you all to start thinking about that in advance because it's a lot of money. The next thing I want you to do is, let's just slow down. We don't have to move so fast, okay? It's probably a good idea to take the commute a couple of times before you sign on the dotted line, meaning that you found a home that you like, and it's in the suburbs, a little bit further out, you got that 45-minute, 50-minute commute. You have to be okay with that commute before you sign that dotted line. So when it comes to making these decisions, one of the things that I'll tell you is that time is on your side. You know, I don't want you to panic if an appraisal comes in low, because as your agent, my job is to find out how to get you the best value possible. So I'm already thinking about, you guys need to drop the price, right? That's the first thing I'm gonna think about. I don't care what the comps say, we're gonna figure out how to get that price in the line. Now, let's say we can't get it in the line. Then the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and see, was there a mistake that the appraiser made? Because I can guarantee you the seller of the property will fight the appraisal if they can. Sometimes it don't work, okay? In this scenario, it did not work. But on our own research, we can see that it was kind of wonky, okay? It was just a little bit off, okay? And then we can decide, do we see that the value is worth it? And the way we determine if the value is worth it is gonna be based on your goals. Are you going to be here long term? If you're gonna be here long term, values are gonna catch up. Eventually they'll catch up. But if you're gonna be here short term, we're talking 3-4 years, we need to run. We need to run, because that may not work out for you later. I mean, values could come up, but values could go down too, right? So we'll take our time, figure out what makes sense for you as the new owner of the property, but I don't want you to freak out about it because we have options. So let me just put the question on you guys, all right? You watching the episode, let's put the question on you. If you were buying a brand new property, you saw that the value was questionable, okay? Like maybe the appraiser should have picked a different home, okay? Would you stay in the home if it fit all your needs? Or would you cancel the contract and go find another place that fits your needs, okay? Let me know what you're gonna do in the comments. I'm just curious what your thoughts are, because there's no wrong answer in this. It really just depends on your goals, all right? Now, I'll keep you updated on all the type of stuff like this that's going on. If you have questions about it, if there's a scenario you wanna go over with me, give me a call, shoot me a text, give me a DM. I'm easy to find, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.